So the other thing that has been a hot topic, not even just this week, but the entire offseason, I would say, is the drama, the tension, the I don't know if that's a word, of the relationship between Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft. So we know that it ultimately came to a head, hence why the two had a mutual parting of ways to kick off the 2024 offseason. And that is when Belichick was fired or stepped away. I don't know, from the Patriots after 23, 24 years. So that you could tell was a little odd, but it felt like a long time coming. There had been a lot of rumors behind the scenes that the relationship wasn't what it appeared to be. There was even people who said that their final press conference to announce that Belichick was leaving was fake, that they were just kind of performing for the reporters and the fans that were watching because they wanted people to believe that everything was cool and fine between them. But based off of, the rumors that are essentially going back to, I think, Jimmy Garoppolo being drafted and Belichick allegedly wanting to trade Brady to throw Garoppolo in, which was 2014. The tension between them has only grown since. And then you could say even everything that Kraft has been doing this offseason seems to verify that, because we've seen some of these jabs that he's kind of taken at Belichick in the media since they split early this offseason. The whole Dynasty Apple TV docu-series felt like a hit piece on Belichick, and Kraft seemingly had a lot to do with it, as he was listed as like a producer, or like his company was, or something like that. So it's definitely doesn't feel like anything has gotten better. And then we saw during Netflix's roast of Tom Brady this past weekend that both of them were in attendance for the roast. We knew that Belichick was going to be there. We didn't know that Kraft was going to be there, and apparently neither did the roasters. They didn't know, at least according to Julian Edelman and Drew Bledsoe, they did not know until the day before or the day of that Kraft was going to be there. So that was a pretty big deal. It was the first time I think all three, Brady, Edelman, Brady, Belichick, and Kraft had been in the same building, the same room in a long time. So Edelman and Bledsoe spoke about the roast on Edelman's podcast Games with Names this past week, and they talked about the tension that was very clearly felt in the room when Kraft showed up. Edelman said that the tension in the room could have cut effing glass. He said that he tried to even warn Belichick that Kraft was showing up, kind of tried to give him like a heads up, but Belichick didn't catch on. And so apparently things were not as peachy behind the scenes between them. And I think it's not as exactly surprising given their history, the way that things ended, everything that Kraft has said, or at least allegedly has said and or done in the past few months. One of the biggest accusations being that he is probably the reason why Belichick did not get the head coaching job with the Falcons, because rumors are claiming that he spoke to Arthur Blank in detail to warn him about hiring Belichick. Now, that's just an allegation, but obviously, we saw how quickly Belichick's status as the front runner for Atlanta's next head coach it just deteriorated so quickly. So there might be some sort of truth to that. I don't know. But regardless, all of these things have not been great in the news. So it's going to inevitably affect Belichick in some way. So I'm not really shocked that the relationship isn't great. We did see at the end of the roast that Kraft made sure to refer to Belichick as the greatest of all time, that he is a big reason for the success that the Patriots have had throughout those 20 years. And he cheers him, toasted him. They took a shot. So it kind of looked like things were mostly okay with them, but according to those who were there, that's not the case. So I guess at least if they're not going to be okay, at least right now, they came together for the roast of Tom Brady, which a lot of people are claiming was the greatest roast of all time. And they were able to put on a good face for the event and appease Patriots fans everywhere who were happy to see some sort of, normalcy again between them. So it'll be interesting to see what else happens this offseason. Hopefully no more drama.